And last night, Sensei, we were going to do our tough recap. We decided, why not bring in a man that was on the actual episode?
Yes.
Wonder Boy, I have to ask you, you were with Conor McGregor in Vegas for episode 4 of The Ultimate Fighter. I know it was a very short season, so you probably had some limited time down there, but we just wanted to know kind of what your experience was training with Conor McGregor. We know you've been a big fan of his for a while.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. And to be honest with you, I wasn't in Vegas to actually be on the Tough Show. I was out there. This was like maybe a month or two after my Kevin Holland fight. And we were out there doing me and Kevin Holland were doing a Jose Cuervo commercial.
That's right.
Oh, the commercial.
Yes. That's a dope commercial, by the way.
It is.
Yeah, oh, thank you. And the reason they wanted that, because we were actually having, pretty cool conversations out there in the actual fight. So they were like, hey, it makes sense. So let's have these guys kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
And, they're a sponsor of the UFC. So I was out there with my management, Audie, Attar, my buddy Matt, Matthew Long. And, of course, Audie manages Conor McGregor.
Right,
we run by the same management company. And to be honest with you, Conor is actually, I guess you could say, kind of my manager. I know he owns a percentage of it. So
a Paradigm, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some of that purse ends up going into Conor's pocket, probably.
Wow.
But I was getting ready to head back home. And we were at the UFC PI, and Conor's back there getting a massage. And I kind of walked through the PI, and Conor's like, yo, what's up, Wonder Boy? I was like, where's this coming from? And I was turning around. Conor's over here getting a massage. And he's like, come over here and chat with me, man. So I'll go over there and just hung out for a little bit. And we left from there, and we went to a little Italian restaurant, right? Get a call from my manager. Was like, hey, Conor wants you to stick around for the next few days to be on the Tough, be a coach on the Tough Show. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, let's make it happen, my man. And that's kind of how it started.
For sure.
I saw that clip today of when
the massage deal.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, was this before or after? But that makes more sense.
Sometimes they put some of the best stuff. They put some of the best stuff on the after Tough episodes. I'm so baffled by that. They put some of the best conversations. Conor's there getting his massage, and he's like, what's up, Wonder Boy? He's talking. He's doing the whole thing. I'm like, why was this not on the actual episode? But
I know.
Sensei, you've trained with Wonder Boy. I'm sure you've seen him do some coaching as well. Can you speak a little bit about what those fighters got to experience with him in Vegas for the short time he was there?
Yeah, on the show it was great to see Conor talk about your distance management, and I knew it was going to be footwork. I knew right away. I was like, I want to see how they move, and I could see. My favorite part was seeing Conor how engrossed he was and trying to soak up everything he can. That's what I want to know. When you're working with Conor, we know that we've changed his style. All of us love the karate stance, Conor.
Yes.
Right. What did you see from Conor? Did you see that style? Does it look like he wants to be moving in and out again?
100%, man. The Conor McGregor that I love to watch is the Jose Aldo Conor McGregor, right? Yes. Where he has that karate style. And I talked to him about that. I was like, have you ever started, karate before? He said no. He said that he trains with Gunnar Nelson, who's also another karate guy, same movement. And he said, I just fell in love with the movement. And then he got into the boxing and kind of became more of that kind of a boxing style, kind of standing and plodding forward, and kind of lost that movement. But the Conor that I saw that weekend was the Conor of old.
You know what I mean?
Buddy. The hitting the movement, the bouncing on their toes. And it's something that karate brings to the table. It's the fundamentals of karate that I guess makes us stand out more than other arts. It's a different style. It's a very awkward style that most people aren't used to seeing. The in and out, the distance management, the switching of the sides. Most fighters don't switch sides. We have more weapons in our arsenal in the fact that we can switch sides and throw our opponents off. But in karate, it's about the distance management, right? It's about closing the gap. If I can stay outside of your striking range, of course, this is obviously the theory, and sometimes it always doesn't work.
Right.
Obviously, been knocked out, but was it Anthony Pettis put me to sleep? But it's different. If the goal is to hit you without getting hit, right? And I think that's why I'm in the game at 40 years old. And
that's so crazy to think, man.
Insane.
40.
40.
I look older than you. Well, no, I know, but that's like silver fox, man. Come on, I'm 30. I just hit 30, and I look older than you. That's crazy. You keep yourself in such good shape all the time, It's insane.
And
Well,
I was going to say
that's
40
the
as a
style,
striker.
right?
Yeah, it's the style. 'Cause
Yes.
40 as a striker, because most people who are older in the game, you got a high-level grappler or wrestler who can kind of slow the fight down, work against the cage, and kind of use that old man game. But you're a striker, bouncing in and out on his toes, right?
Crazy.
Using that game at 40. It's a testament to the style, like you're saying.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the goal is to not take damage, right? And the UFC is full of guys who fight like rock'em sock'em robots, will just quad themselves to the middle and just take punishment, you know?
Thanks.
And that just, for me, I love to compete. This is a lifelong, this is my life. So I want to be able to do this till the day I die. And, and just being in the martial arts. Now, I wouldn't say competing. I will do it as long as my body will let me, or when my coach says I'm done.
Right.
He knows me more than I know myself at this point. But it's helped because, taking less damage and with this style. So, at 40 years old, I feel like I'm still as fast as I was before. My footwork has gotten better, relying more on my timing. I mean, I don't know if you saw the last fight with Kevin Holland, who's a monster.
So tough.
And I'm still keeping on, man.
Yeah. So we talked about, your time with Conor and what he kind of picked up from you. What did you pick up from Conor there as far as like anything obviously you don't want to say too much about stuff coming up with your fight, but anything you could put in your arsenal? What do you like that he does in training?
Man, it's when I've trained with a lot of champions, man. George St. Pierre, Rashad Evans, Nate Marquardt, Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida, Chris Weidman, Matt Serra.
Rolling them.
These are the guys.
Throwing them out.
The biggest thing that I pick up from these champions, especially from Conor, is mindset, right? They have all the skills in the world to be, and that's, you can just watch them fight and see that's what they have. But it's about the mindset, I think, that sets them apart from everybody else. Yeah. Like in Conor, when I look at him, he truly believes that he can beat anybody in the entire world, right? There's no day off with any of these guys that I've trained with. There's a lot of guys, especially at the highest level, I've seen myself, because they're feeling a little down or feeling a little tired, they come up with excuses why not to come in the gym and train.
Right.
With these guys, no excuses. There's always something that you can do to get out there and train. And these guys put themselves in such uncomfortable situations that being out there in the octagon, they're used to it. They're comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I take away the most, I think, when I train with these champions, is how is their mindset? Yep. And for Conor, nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. And in his eyes, in his mind, he is better than anybody in the room. Right. And
always.
He sets that presence as soon as he steps in that in that room. And as soon as he starts coaching, nobody can beat me, man. Nobody can beat me.
I love that. I love it. I saw a clip, and I could have been fooled because I saw you were reacting to it. When you and Conor were training, did he hit you on accident?
No. Okay. It looks like it. I guess I'm good with the.
Yeah, you're good with the thing. Yeah. I was like, snap! Did he get caught with that? No. Okay. So you rolled with it. Got you.
Yeah, I rolled with it, man.